In 1904, the Virginia Anthracite Coal and Rail Company completed an extension that connected the Merrimack Mine to the town of Blacksburg, Virginia. Virginia Polytechnic Institute and University, which would later become known as Virginia Tech, made a deal with the rail company to transport students to the school. The section of the railroad between Blacksburg and the nearby town of Christiansburg was lined with wild huckleberries, and the Blacksburg railway station was named Huckleberry Crossing. The Huckleberry line ran steam engines in and out of Blacksburg for the next 5 decades, but its popularity decreased in the 1940s and 50s due to the increasing availability of automobiles. In July of 1958, the railroad ceased steam operations, with electric trains suffering the same fate only a few weeks later. Passenger service stopped, and the Huckleberry Crossing station was closed in 1966. That same year, J.C. Garrett, a professor of horticulture at Virginia Tech, began a mission to give the Huckleberry a new life and purpose as a nature trail, resulting in the development of a 1-mile section between Airport Road in Blacksburg and the town's public library. That seemed to be the end of the line for the Huckleberry, and nothing new would be heard about the little trail for 23 years. In 1989, a plan was put into action to extend the walking path, now known as the Huckleberry Trail, to 7 miles, spanning from the Blacksburg Library to the New River Valley Mall in Christiansburg. In 1991, a committee known as People Advocating the Huckleberry, or PATH, was formed to garner community support and funding for the trail. Bill Ellenbogen, former president of the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce, headed the committee and managed to use his reputation and knowledge of the community to secure donations of money and land. In a 2019 article for the Montgomery County News Messenger, Bill recalled, "We didn't have any money and initially not much community support, but it was like rolling a snowball down a hill. The farther along it went, the more people saw the potential and they wanted to come along." In spite of the growing support for the project, the committee encountered many hurdles to jump. Problems ranging from securing the rights to the land where the trail would run, to ensuring ADA accessibility, to unexpected costs depleting the government funding for the trail, delayed construction on the first phase of the extension until April of 1996. This initial 3.2-mile section of the trail was completed on December 7th of the same year. The rest of the planned trail extension was completed 2 years later, in December of 1998, and in 2000, the United States government included the Huckleberry in a list of 2,000 community millennium trails as part of an effort to promote trails and greenways in their local communities. Construction on the old Huckleberry line didn't stop there. While the first 2 phases of construction were being completed, Bill Ellenbogen began working to obtain the rights to land that would allow the trail to connect to Jefferson National Forest north of Blacksburg. Much of this land was private property, and Ellenbogen had his work cut out for him negotiating with landowners. Quote, "Our group and the governments involved never considered condemnation of private land for a bikeway. We thought it was wrong. We went to landowners and asked, and the community responded." Ellenbogen began these talks in 1996, and 23 long years later in 2019, the most recent extension of the Huckleberry Trail was finally complete. The Huckleberry Trail now reaches from Christiansburg High School to the Gateway Park Trail in Blacksburg, with the latter connecting the Huckleberry to the National Forest Trail Network, leading north to Pandapis Pond in Jefferson National Forest. Beginning from the Blacksburg Public Library, the trail runs through downtown Blacksburg and under Route 460. The trail splits into 2 branches near Route 460, with one branch heading north to Jefferson National Forest and the other going south towards the town of Christiansburg. The trail now spans a distance of 11 miles from north to south. It leads through 5 pocket parks that offer places to rest and relax. The trail is paved and is a great spot for hiking, biking, skating, dog walking, and nature photography. In 2020, the trail has become incredibly popular for those looking to spend some time out of the house in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. PATH later became known as Friends of the Huckleberry Trail, In 2020, Friends of the Huckleberry Trail is continuing to plan additional construction on the trail, including a bridge that will cross over Price's Fork Road in Blacksburg. For more information about the Huckleberry, please visit huckleberrytrail.org.